Alright guys, welcome back for another review, and this time not a set of headphones. In fact, this time I want to talk about a little budget tablet. It's made by HP and it's the Stream 7. Now, when I say budget, it's only $99 and runs Windows 8.1. And if you don't know what that means, it means that that tablet can run full-fledged Windows applications, programs, not just apps like an iPad or an Android tablet. So there's many reasons to have tablets. There's some that can do some things, some that can do others, and this thing to me for 99 bucks, I'll explain whether I think it's a good deal or not. I'll explain what you're getting for $99 and let you kind of decide on your own. But I do want to say the one thing you do get that it's honestly not even marketed to really let you know, but you're getting 1 year of Microsoft Office Personal, which gives you Word, Excel, all the programs that come with Microsoft Word, which to me is a great deal. I think that's honestly like a $50 value. And then you also get a terabyte of Microsoft's OneDrive, which used to be SkyDrive. So it's the cloud system where you can save all your images, videos, all kind of stuff. And the reason that's important is this tablet is only 32 gigs, and by the time that you put the programs, or by the time you turn it on, the operating system itself takes up some space on the tablet, and it doesn't leave you with 32 gigs. So having a terabyte of cloud space is very important. What I want to start with, just like any review, just like any headphone review, is to kind of go over the accessories, and that one's actually simple because you get charging block, USB cable. It's the micro USB, so it's the same thing that's used on most Android devices. A pretty common cable. The little power block. There's nothing to really tell you. It's a power block. Okay. Now going on to the tablet itself. And now I'm not the most detail oriented when it comes to computer stuff. When it comes to headphones, I can rattle off all kind of things. But this device has a 1280 by 800 display, which is considered high def. It's very small form factor. It's easy to hold in the hand. The back is plastic. If you do want to install a micro SD card, you actually have to pull the back off. There's no slot to actually do that on its own. The back camera, the camera on the back is a 2 megapixel, and the one on the front is like a point whatever megapixel. It's not very strong, but I honestly don't think that's what you would get a tablet like this for. It's a 7-inch screen, which puts it, in the smaller tablet category, but to be able to have the portability and to run full-fledged Windows in a 7-inch device, I honestly like that a lot. Kind of go over it itself. On the top of the device, you have your headphone jack and you have your micro USB, which is where you would charge the tablet. On the right side of the tablet, you have the volume up and down and the power button. On the left, you don't have anything. And on the bottom, you have a speaker. And one other reviewer said it's a slot for an SD card, but it's not. That's your speaker on here. It's just this little thing here. The one thing that I find that this does have an Intel Atom quad-core processor, and it can turbo boost up to 1.8 gigahertz. It may not make sense to some, but if the newer Atom processors can actually run things really well. It only has 1 gigs of RAM, so it can't handle a lot of stuff going on at the same time, but it's actually still pretty powerful for, again, the whole time you have to remember you're spending $99. The average battery life on it is 7 hours, so that's decent. Now, the one thing that makes this an awesome device is with it running full Windows programs, I can actually plug in this, which you have to buy separately, but I mean, seriously, it's a few bucks, but it expands the usability of this tablet a lot. You plug it in where you would normally charge the device, and then it gives you outlets to be able to run a mouse or a keyboard, or in my case, what I'm going to do is be able to plug in my webcam to be able to do remote reviews and remote shoots and several things with the webcam, which is what I actually like. This is what I'm doing my recording on. So that right there alone, this becomes a monitor where I can see what the webcam's recording wherever I'm at. And it, portably powers the webcam, and you're able to download the webcam software because it's full Windows. Now, will you be able to play games? Yes, but the Windows App Store is not as robust as Apple or Google. So it's kind of minimal on games. It gives you enough apps to get by. So if you're big into gaming, this obviously wouldn't be something that you would like. But if you're somebody that does a lot of work on the go, you're in and out of your office a lot, you want to be able to access your files, be able to edit them, or be able to work on them in Office, you technically can install photo editing software and it would run it. And again, I can't say enough that overall this is $99. You cannot put it up there with devices that cost 2 or 3 times as much. You have to look at an overall value of what you're getting. Even for $100, if you are getting Microsoft Office and 1 terabyte of cloud storage space for a year, that alone is worth it. So think about the portability of being able to watch Netflix, run apps. The touch screen on here is very responsive, and the display looks good. I mean, it really does. And the sound out of the speaker is awful, but with a nice set of headphones or Bluetooth headset, that is not even a concern. And HP has really screwed up on a lot of their 7-inch tablets. I've tried a lot of tablets, and there's some of those they put out that has been awful. But I think at $100 for this device, you cannot go wrong. You'll get a lot more productivity. You'll be a lot more productive with using this device than you would an Apple, like an iPad or an Android device. Yes, they can do some things, but this runs full Windows. So what you do on your computer, you're capable of doing on here, except high-end games. Again, I know I'm not, the most descriptive as far as computer products, but I just kind of wanted to share my thoughts on this device. I think HP really nailed it, and for $99, I mean, I'm not saying it's not a lot of money, but if you're going to compare other $100 tablets, this one is an awesome value. And thank you guys for checking out the video. Thank you so much for the support. Spread the word. Hit the like button, subscribe button. Any comments or questions, let me know in the bottom. I seriously, sometimes when I'm ad-libbing the reviews, I may forget a few things, but I definitely can try to answer as many questions as I can. And thank you so much. See you next time.